Hey guys! So this week was a lot of trial and error for me on a lot of different things. Number one, as a Friday, so what I'm trying to do is incorporate things back into my diet as like on a weekend. So as a Friday, I'll start eating it, and then Saturday, Sunday. That way, by the time it's time for me to go back to work on Monday, I'm okay and not necessarily like as sick because I want to make sure that I'm in the office as much as possible versus working at home. I can do either, but I prefer to be inside the office. That way everybody knows that I'm there, I'm alive, this is who I am, I'm around, make that touch. So I have started to incorporate things back into my diet. As of Friday, I started eating a little bit of ground beef. That was okay. I was only eating about an ounce of that. Um, Probably like once a day. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything crazy. And then I decided to have dairy. And then I had dairy, and this is where it all just went downhill. But in all of that, I was also going through a costochondritis flare, and so all of my shoulders, everything was swollen. And I know I've talked to you guys before about dealing with anxiety about that and kind of how it makes me feel, what goes on. So it's just basically a recap of what's been happening. Hey guys! So I kind of just wanted to go into detail, but I was like freaking out back there because Roman got off at Central Market, and he is like super attached to the both of us. So whenever both of us leave, he like kind of starts freaking out like that. But as you will notice, I have no makeup on today. I have just had like a super just chill day and not really doing much. But yesterday, or about 2 days ago, I started experiencing my costochondritis was flaring again. That thing, I totally forgot what it is, but basically my shoulder pops out of socket when it's moved a certain way, and it pops out, and it just sends excruciating pain everywhere, and then I get pain in my chest, and I know that I've talked to you guys before about anxiety and the fact that I have medical anxiety. And it's really hard to balance sometimes because when you have stuff like that where like your costochondritis flares and it's hurting your rib cage and it's hurting your breastbone and your sternum and everything is just hurting. And when you have something like tachycardia and then you have other stuff that's going on like I do, obviously I'm completely stable. My heart is good as long as I manage with beta blockers. But it's just this thing that gets inside your mind and it dwells inside your head and it's just sitting there and it can be like, oh my God, okay, like, what if I die? What if at this very second my heart just stops beating and I die? And I am a Christian. I am 100% a Christian, and I believe that, everything will happen in God's time. I still have those feelings sometimes to where I'm like, oh my God, and I panic. And so this morning I laid in bed for a while and I really just didn't want to move, like getting up to make Roman coffee and, grab his breakfast and everything. Like, I was like panicking a little bit. I literally stayed the whole entire day on the couch, which I needed, but I kind of feel like it was half for the reason that I was scared and then half for the reason because I really needed it. And I was just laying there, and half of my head is like, okay, you need to get up and do something. Go be productive. Go live your life. The other half is like, stop. You felt a really weird pain, and that really felt close to where your heart is, and you should just be so nervous right now, and your heart's beating pretty fast, so let's go ahead and take it easy. And I battle with that sometimes, because sometimes it's like letting your head win. It's not like this anxiety of like social anxiety, or it's not like an anxiety of like, the world is crushing down on me. It's just this really rough medical anxiety that just kind of eats away at your soul, and it totally sucks. So I laid there and I was like, hey, like, what is going on with you at this very second? Be mindful of what you're feeling. That definitely helps me just be like, you know what, okay, this is what I'm feeling, this is how it feels right now, I felt this before, it's gonna be okay, like, life's okay. I'm not kidding you. I have stuff in my notes on my iPhone where I just like click back and I look back and I'm like, okay, the last time I felt this, I was okay. And maybe that's not healthy, maybe some people are like, that's weird, but it's helped me cope in a great way to the point where I'm not completely like debilitated the whole day. And also telling myself that I've got to move. I got to get up. I got to go places. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in bed and be all up in my emotions. But I didn't. I got up with Roman and we took Bo out for about a 3-mile walk. Hi, Bobo. Hi, Bobo. It's okay, Bobo. It's going to be okay. See, he's a little clingy. Took Bo for about a 3-mile walk. It's okay, Bobo. And then went to a different HEB and grab some stuff. Now we're at another HEB grabbing some other stuff. And it just kind of helps to get out and be like, okay, I can overcome this. Like, I got this. I'm good. And just kind of looking at the silver lining and little accomplishments. This walk was a big accomplishment. Going into HEB alone and knowing that everything's going to be okay is a big accomplishment. And to a lot of people, they don't really realize how debilitating medical anxiety can be. But it is, and it sucks because you're like, are my medicines on me? Do I have my meds? Am I good? And it's just can be kind of stressful, but little accomplishments like this will help you realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this is going to pass, and you're going to be okay, and you can go on and live your life. So, I don't know. I hope this helps you guys and lets you know that it happens. This happens to a lot of us. It's going to be okay. You're not alone, and you'll be good. Pain is super bad, and I've already thrown up once. It's been like 5 minutes since I finished eating. Not fun. So it's about 6:35 in the morning, and I have pretty much been up all night. Really, really sick, terrible stomach pains, throwing up. Started running a fever in the middle of the night, which I think that's something totally different from my GI stuff. But I think that trying to reintroduce meat, per what my doctor said, was a terrible idea because it was bad. It was so bad. And then I was doing elimination, so I had eliminated cheese for about a good week and a half, and dairy, and had dairy yesterday for the first time except for Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt seems to be fine, and she said it's probably because of the way that it's strained, but I had some dairy yesterday. Cheese, cream cheese, and for the first day in about, I want to say like a day and a half, I threw up about 5 to 10 minutes after eating it, and then, so yeah, I mean, I was having like still like acid coming up, but it wasn't like actual throwing up or terrible stomach pain, so pretty sure that I found my number one culprit at this point, or 2 culprits at this point, which is dairy and meat. So I gave it a try. I wanted to see how it would go, and it definitely is something that I shouldn't be eating. At least I tried though. It's like almost 8 o'clock and this pain is like out of control. Don't do it. Don't eat meat. Just don't do it. So it's like almost 8 o'clock and the pain is really bad. And it sucks I have so much homework to do today, so I can't just lay in bed. But I'm gonna just try to hydrate. Probably just do some juicing today. Grab some juices from my fave juice place and hopefully it starts getting better. 10:47 and the pain has gotten a little bit better, but the juice place is closed today, so Greek yogurt it is. Update, I was able to eat some Greek yogurt and a small English muffin and it worked out really well, so I feel pretty good about it. I am almost done with my homework, which is so great because I'm so tired. And I have a ton of other stuff to do today, so let's see how the rest of the day goes. So here I am. So it's now about, I don't know, like 2 o'clock, and I don't feel terrible, but I don't feel amazing either. So today is gonna be interesting because my girlfriends and I are going to Alamo Drafthouse to go to this Mean Girls quote along, which I'm totally excited about because 1, I love Mean Girls, and 2, I love Alamo Drafthouse quote alongs, but I love their cheese sticks. Oh my god. And I've already gotten a talking to on what will happen to me if I eat the cheese sticks, but they're so good. And that's like the reason I go to Alamo Drafthouse, and I know that sounds so lame, but they're so freaking good. So that's gonna suck, but, so I've done like a majority of my homework. It's about 90% done. I just have to create a video and then like, some other kinds of stuff, but it's all written out. I just have to actually do it, which is funny because I'm slacking so hard. I make these YouTube videos on my off time, but I like don't want to make one for school, which is ironic. But it's also on why the United States like should be classified as a democracy, and it's just who wants to do that, you know? I am feeling a lot better anxiety-wise. I don't feel as like panicky or worried as I did yesterday. Pretty sure having a little bit of coffee yesterday morning did not help with that either. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was just kind of update on 1, anxiety, and then 2, trying to incorporate cheese or dairy back into my diet and meat into my diet, which did not work for me. So definitely gonna kick back into being meat-free just to alleviate a lot of the issues that I've been having, and knowing that this is a true restriction versus something that I need to temporarily eliminate. This is definitely something that I'm gonna have to actually just completely nix out because it's not working for me. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Sunday, and I hope your week is great. I hope it's awesome. And Roman and I have some very ginormous news that we cannot wait to share with everybody, and hopefully that'll come within the next 2 weeks. But other than that, bye guys. As always, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. Motivates me to continue making more content, and see you soon.